Hey everyone, Kai here, and today I want to continue my career conversations and talk to you about goals, goal setting, vision boarding, and visualization. I live by goals and vision boarding, and I'm going to go into that. But I remember a distinct thing that I did after college as a recent graduate. And what I did was I allowed myself to dream about the type of woman I wanted to be. Who was she? What did she like to do? Where did she work? What culturally did she like? What food did she like? What books did she want to read? I allowed myself to dream big, right? And I created this woman who had a really cool job, who went to museums, who loved art, who read all the time. I just created this woman who I, deep down inside, wanted to become. And I put it away. I think I found the list recently, a couple of years ago, and it was mind-blowing to see that in a lot of respects, I was envisioning and visualizing who I wanted to be and who I would ultimately become. And so this idea of visualization is all about seeing yourself, envisioning yourself, doing something, being something, creating something. And there's steps to it. You don't just envision and then that's it. You envision and then you start adding to the building blocks of becoming. And so now I want to share a few things with you just so hopefully you can be inspired. And I'm going to start talking about goals and goal setting. And that is a big deal for me. New Year's is probably one of my favorite holidays, the New Year. And I set aside time. It could be New Year's Day, it could be New Year's Eve, but I set aside some time to just be with myself. And what I ultimately do is I create a list of what I've done in the previous year and what I would like to do in the upcoming year. And so this list, it details everything you can think of. It details my social life, health, fitness, spirituality, career, education, books I've read, my love life, you name it. It details it. Travel, right? And so I start adding to this list about what I want my future year to look like. But I also inform another list that I call kind of like a recap. And I also, using those same categories, I fill in what I've done. So I've been doing this since 2013, so about 7 years. Wow. And I literally, not a year passes when I don't do that. And it really helps me because one, I see what I've done. So I'm keeping track of my accomplishments because we often forget about it. We forget the goals that we hit. We forget the amazing things, big or small, that we've done. But simultaneously, I'm also preparing for the future. So yes, I did all of those things, but this is how I want to be better. And, maybe there are certain things on my list that I didn't get done. I'm moving it over into the new year. And that takes me to my other point about putting dates on goals. This might be the unpopular opinion, but I do not put dates on goals at all. Because when earlier in my 20s, I found that when I did not go through and follow through with the goal, I would be really disappointed and sad and really, disappointed in myself. And that extra pressure I did not want, I did not need. And I also realized that it's not allowing God to be God. So if I'm putting dates on when I need X, Y, and Z to be done, then where does God come in? And I've learned time and time again, sometimes after falling on my behind, that I can't play the role of God. It's always going to be God's timing. And so I just want to encourage you all. Yes, goal setting is super important. Do whatever it feels comfortable for you. You may love putting dates on it. I personally think it's added pressure, but whatever works for you. But just remember, as my shirt says, trust the flow. Trust the flow. Sometimes with certain situations, especially with God, things don't happen overnight. So we have to just trust the process, trust the flow. This brings me to my next point, which is all about showing you how I goal set. For my next point, I want to actually show you what my goal setting process looks like. And so here is a list of goals, or me visualizing, from 2014. And so this is not new, but I love writing goals on big paper, oak tag paper. This is my thing. You can write goals on anything, journals, whatever, but me, I like it big. And so here you find that I'm ready to move. I'm ready for a change in my life. I'm ready to switch careers. And I've watched my career videos where I talk to you all about that journey. So now I'm like writing down my strengths, because I'm really trying to figure out what am I good at? Do I want to be in fashion? Do I want to be a blogger, a writer? I love women's issues. I love human rights issues. So is my future job going to be in human rights? Is my job going to be empowering women? Is my job going to be writing? Is my job going to be fashion? Is my job going to be media? Here's all the networks that I wrote that I wanted to work at in 2015. I also have, by that network thing, this is so big, so I'm struggling. I'm sorry, guys. I also have prayer and Bible, so spiritual. So, yeah. All of these things I wrote down, all the things that I'm great at. And this was sort of like my way of goal setting. I'm putting on this super big paper. This is who I want to be. These are the careers I can be at. These are the companies I can work for. These are the things that I'm good at. What job should I be applying to? And how do I want to grow in terms of travel, in terms of spirituality? So I'm writing this all down. And I've done this again. This is more recent. This is probably around 2016, where I, added love. My priorities have shifted. Now I'm thinking about a relationship. Now I'm thinking about more than prayer in the Bible, but I'm focusing on how to have more faith, because now where I'm trying to be at will require faith. And then I added more to my priorities. I want to give back now. I want to podcast now. Podcasting is a thing. I want to start interviewing people. I still care about human rights. I care about African American issues and women's issues and reading. So now my goals and the things that I love are more detailed. So what I do with these big oat tag papers is I put it on a wall that I could look at every single day, because it's a reminder of the stuff that I need to do, the things that I need to think about, who it is that I want to become. And I want it big. I don't want it to be small. I want it big. I want to know, like, this is where I'm going. This is my drive. This is what's keeping me up at night. This is where I'm at. And yeah, that's how I personally set goals. I just allow myself to dream and write. It's like a big old think tank of writing and dreaming and just writing it on paper and trying to mix it all in a pot and see what comes out. And to me, it's a powerful thing, because a lot of those things that I wrote in 2014, 2015, 2013, this paper is from 2013, and a lot of those things that I wrote came to fruition. So it's powerful. So don't ever not set goals. I want to talk to you also about vision boarding. So I have in back of me my most recent vision board that was probably done in 2019, so last year. And before then, I did not create a vision board since 2015, and that's when I hosted a vision board party for my friends. And all my friends who went to that party, some of them still text me today like, "Oh my gosh, it's so crazy that all my vision board from your party is manifesting. All the things that I put on my vision board has manifested. That's so crazy. When are you hosting your next vision board party?" I called it Envision and Sip. So since that party in 2016 or 2015, I'm sorry, I have not done a vision board until 2019. So this is my most recent vision board. I'm giving you insight into my vision, into my mind, and I'll step back to share with you. But what has changed from what my last vision board is, now I have more of an interest in fitness because I'm getting older. And so back in 2015 it wasn't a thing, but now it's becoming a thing. I'm gaining some weight, so I have to prioritize fitness. I want to be one of those women like Angela Bassett who looks good in their 60s. I want to be that. And it ain't happening the way it's looking now, how I'm eating. I don't know if it's happening. So I'm just venting right now. So I'm prioritizing fitness in my vision board. I am prioritizing innovation, beauty. I am prioritizing health. I am prioritizing, a house, an apartment. Do you see this kitchen? I love kitchen and I love exposed bricks. So this is goals right here for a house. And so, there's more in there. I don't want to give too much, but I love this vision board because it's so where I'm at in my life right now and where I want to go. And it's progressed from my 2015 vision board. I'm getting older and a lot of things are starting to change and a lot of my priorities are starting to change. But vision boarding is extremely powerful. Last but not least, I want to talk about Post-its. And, I know a lot of people, they love using Post-its sometimes when they're setting goals or envisioning. And that is probably my least favorite method, but I have to add it in because I would be lying if I said I've never done Post-its. And for me, Post-its have been very powerful because it would be me kind of like my thoughts, just going through the day, and I'll write like a Post-it really quick. And I've manifested some of the things that I've written on my Post-it. So before I started traveling to Europe and all of these places, I wrote a Post-it that said something along the lines of, this year will be my year of travel, or next year will be my year of travel, something like that. And literally months later, I started traveling. I was able to do something that was a huge dream of mine. I would, just write Post-its about who I wanted to be, titles I wanted to have. And, it has been powerful to me. So if all of this big boards, vision boards don't work for you, please feel free to utilize Post-its and journals and all of that good stuff. Well, I hope this was informative. I hope you received something out of this. I hope you will start vision boarding, envisioning, visualizing, goal setting today. I hope that you take it easy on yourself. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Goals are goals, and they don't necessarily have to have dates on them. It's if you want to, sure, but take it easy. So I really hope this was inspirational. I hope this encouraged you. I hope this jumpstarts your goals journey because it's fun. It's really fun. And I think a lot of times as adults, we don't allow ourselves to dream. And sometimes our dreams can manifest into reality. So, while being patient and trusting the process, I really think it's important for us to just goal set and envision our lives. Well, that's all I got for today. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you like what you see. I will talk to you all later. Bye.